Hey guys, we are back, continuing our interview with Steve James from Blue Soul Shoes. And, Steve just said something before the break that really stuck with me, and I briefly talked on it. But he saw the impact and the importance of what shoes could do for him at a young age, and that kind of made him go down the path he wanted to really focus his career on shoes. And I saw the impact of what a haircut to me when I was younger after having a horrible haircut and crying from it. So
I've been there,
right,
many times,
actually.
many times.
Yeah.
So I really understand, like, when somebody, I just met you, I talked to you for 30 minutes, and I can tell you love what you do and you really care about it.
Absolutely.
And to me, that's what this life is lacking right now. It really is. There's so many people that just don't care. So you've built your clientele and your career about guys that are into shoes and into their look and more importantly into fashion. So let's talk a little bit about that, because I know you're into shoes, but there's more than just shoes.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, fashion definitely. And aside from shoes that we offer at the store, other items to other accessories like socks. We have great sock collection. I think the best in the city, quite frankly, with a lot of bold colors and even some softer tones too. Belts too. We have, I think, probably the best belt collection in the city as well. Just really unique pieces, not just your basics, although we do offer basics, but just really good detail work, a lot of hand, artistry and products that we offer. Bags as well, men's bags, and we've just started carrying leather jackets as well. So really unique pieces and jackets that we offer as well. So,
and it's so important, just those little things like a belt, how
accessories,
and a sock, and even the bag, but how it just can elevate a look, so easily just by like picking out a really cool, unique belt.
Just a single piece
or
can
sock.
make a huge difference.
Yeah.
Knowing that with your retail career, college education, and your love of fashion, that you could really move anywhere.
Sure.
What was important to you about coming back to Philadelphia and deciding to open a business here in Philadelphia?
I love Philly. I love Philly. I think Philly is such an authentic city. You could always go to New York. New York is huge. People love New York. You could go to D.C. We have political capital of the world. But Philly I think it's the grit is great. I think the heart is great. The authenticity is great. It's like our Philly sports teams. When you come to Philadelphia, if you're not real, if you're not authentic, they just will get rid of you, period. And so the fact that I've been here 12 years says to me that Philly embraces me and I think it's because I'm passionate, because I'm real about what I do. It's really important to me. I love it. And I think that it just translates, and it just goes to the public and they receive that well. So
I see that, because the one thing, it's funny you just said that. People always, when I meet somebody new that's not from Philadelphia, the one thing that they say, they're like, this city's just so real.
Yeah.
And it is. And it's like, R.I.P. Serafina. They're destroying it in New York, and they didn't last. What did they last? Like a year in Philadelphia?
Right.
And probably the best location in the city.
Yeah.
Because they're New York.
We're here too at 18th and Sansom.
Yeah.
Great location.
Yeah. They were the second best location. Yeah. We actually look down on them.
We do look down on them, but it's the love now. Yeah. And the love is Philly-based. Steven Starr.
Yep.
But it's true. I mean, people. I do love that about Philly. So I can see people really liking you and what you're bringing to the city.
Sure.
And all the effort you kind of all the extra energy, you don't have to go overseas multiple times a year and spend all this time.
You want to, but you don't have to.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
And I do want to.
right. And you give back. I mean, I also noticed that you inspire a lot of young people. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I love working with younger people. There's because they eat everything up. They watch you, they admire you, and even when you don't know it, they're watching you. And so, I just, again, remember when I was a kid, like people who, spoke good, positive energy into my life. And so it made a difference. And so, I believe that you have to do the same for kids who are younger than you, kids around you. You just have to do the same thing, because if you don't, then we're just going to kind of have an area or a city that just is just left with two groups of people: those who are successful by their own means and efforts, and those who don't have people to speak to them and encourage them, and they're just kind of left and
I love that.
Going away.
Are there any particular organizations that you spend time with or support in particular, or is it more organic mentoring that you're?
More organic.
That's right.
I do work in my church as well, so I like working with kids, and speaking or teaching about financial literacy and but also schools in the area too. Wherever I get an invitation, whenever I can, I just work with them.
That's great.
That's great. That's great.
So
I want to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Josh.
I was just going to say, and I think the listeners would appreciate this because I've been wondering. You said you had the best socks in the city.
Yes.
Is there a way that guys can know like what socks can go with what shoes? And I'm not talking like the regular colors.
Sure.
Like today, I have a client, Brandon, that like, always dressed to the nines.
Oh,
He had
yeah, he's a
like
great
ox
dresser.
blood loafers
Okay.
and neon blue socks, and it just looked amazing. Like,
Sure.
it looked
Oh, that's
amazing, but I would
that's
never
great.
think to do that.
He's
Sure.
good with color. That guy.
Yeah. So
He's
so
very
is there
sophisticated.
like for people that don't know? Is there
Sure.
a way, or is it more just like you pick your style and you just own it?
Well, I'd say this. When it comes to socks, the best thing to do is don't think about it. Just be creative. Just pick a sock and wear it. Now, if you're kind of afraid a little bit, if you have a brown shoe on, pick a sock that has some brown in it, but definitely has other colors as well.
Okay.
But again, the best way to do it is just to have fun. Don't think about it. Just let the sock speak for itself. Brown shoe with purple socks, with orange socks, with whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. Just wear it.
Yeah.
I agree with that. It's fun to be spontaneous, but for the ones who don't want to be spontaneous, they can go to any art store and buy a color wheel.
Oh, that's
And that
right.
really helps, like for people that are like afraid.
And what would
That's
you
it.
do? Just take the opposite color? And
Well, you can
They're
just
called
play around with it, and
complementary
you can just
colors.
kind of.
I know that.
What's
I do hair.
Wait, what'd you say?
They're called
I was like, they're
complementary
called
colors.
complementary colors.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know.
Oh, actually, Michelle, do you know what the complementary colors are?
I do. I went to art school.
Go ahead. What are they?
Well, I don't know. What do you mean? You want me to say them
Oh,
all?
yeah. There's only 3 of them.
Oh, yeah. You say them.
Oh, that was primary colors, aren't
Yeah. There's 3 primary
Yeah.
colors.
All right. We'll
Okay,
go
whatever.
like that.
Go to
All right, so
support a
it's-
local art store and get a color wheel. Don't listen to us. Yeah.
It's red, yellow, and blue, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay. One more question. I want to go back to the Mecom show.
Sure.
You had also said that you were looking for the perfect sneaker to go with a tuxedo.
Yes. Absolutely.
Now, did you find it?
I did find it.
You did.
Yes,
Okay.
I
Now,
did.
what is that? Well,
You know you just blew someone's mind. Someone's listening going sneaker and tuxedo.
Well, that's what I was going to say because I mean that was
Welcome
my
to
next point because
2019.
some people could be offended by the idea of a sneaker with a tuxedo because
Right.
it's like the formal traditional attire.
Yep.
So I just want to know your view on that and what you found.
Sure. Well, the first thing is this. So the sneaker craze is really big right now. You can't get away from it. Just like rap music, it's here. It's not going anywhere.
Love it.
So
Right.
forget about it. And so guys will oftentimes come to me and say, like, I want to do the sneaker thing, but how do I do it? So while we may not agree with the style, if you're going to do it, at least let us help you do it correctly. And so. I guess maybe one tip is that, let's say, if you're going to do a sneaker with a suit, for example, your suiting should probably something maybe a little less structured, a little sportier, maybe a material that has some texture to it, so it's a little softer wearing. And again, no tie, unless you do like maybe a skinny tie or like a knitted tie, something like that.
Yeah,
and
great
so
advice.
that's fine.
So that was Steve's just the tip.
Oh my gosh. You just, there you go. Steve number 2 is
Right?
just a tip.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
And then what shoe did you find?
Well, it's kind of a secret.
Oh,
but
okay. Then.
yeah, but
you
it's-
just have to go
but
and find
yeah.
it in your store.
Well, when it comes in,
When it
Oh, it's not here
It's
yet.
not here yet.
When could people anticipate this shoe's arrival?
This particular shoe, probably another 2 months.
2 months? Ooh, you
Yeah.
really got to wait.
Right.
Yeah, you do.
But I guess you'll have it in time for event season, though, right?
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
get ready for the
Yeah.
fall, all the fancy
Yeah.
events.
Yeah, it's
So-
handmade. It's a beautiful piece.
So
Wow.
who makes the best sneakers in the world?
and the
I don't even mean a brand per se. Is there like a country that just makes the best
country.
sneakers?
I'd still say Italy.
Italy.
Yeah, definitely. Again, the artistry, the detail work. Yeah.
What are your top 3 brands?
Top three
Personals.
personal brands. Let's see. Probably Magnani, which is a brand out of Spain. Maybe Roberto Cavalli. I like it for the funkiness, the edginess. And there's another brand, Joe Ghost. I think he's probably one of the most creative, artistic shoemakers out there for men. Yeah.
Do you think that you can wear sneakers with any ensemble?
Just about.
Yeah.
Again, if you do it correctly. Just about.
Yeah.
Just about.
It's important that you pair it right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what makes a great shoe? I mean, whether it's expensive or not expensive, just in your opinion, what makes a great shoe?
Great shoe. Probably the quality, I think, more than anything else. It has to be something where the leather's good, not where the finish is going to mar after a few wears or anything like that. It's probably more than anything else.
Yeah, because I bought a couple high-end shoes, and I take them off after a day, being in them, and then my sock is like black.
Yeah.
And I just spent, a nice amount on the shoe and on the socks. And the socks are all black.
Yeah.
And that really frustrates me.
Steve, let's end it with this. What is your vision for Philadelphia when it comes to your style and what you're bringing to the city of Blue Soul Shoes?
Sure. Just embracing more fashion, being more creative, being more adventurous, and just and loving it, loving fashion. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Steve Jamison, great to talk to you. Where can our listeners find you on social media?
Well, let me see it. Instagram, it's Blue Soul Shoes Philly. Our Facebook is Blue Soul Shoes. And, of course, we have the location, 1805 Chestnut Street.
And if they want to really know you, what's your personal phone number? Okay.
That's awesome.
And just a reminder that it is SOLE.
Yep.
You're looking for Blue SOLE Philly.
Yes.
Guys, Steve Jamison's been amazing. His shoe game is so strong, and I know where I'm getting my next pair of shoes.
That's right. And if you stay tuned and follow us on Instagram, you'll see some more expert clips from Steve Jamison.
Thank you, Steve.